Woody Fraser, we had to cut down after we went from 95% live to like 5%. Everybody was fired. And I was the oldest guy. I was there the longest. Woody Fraser went to Cleveland, and they came up with this idea. They had some money. They wanted to do a talk show with a guest host, and it was Woody's idea. And they looked around for months, and they found, I think was working. Where was he working? Mike Douglas was working, I think, with Ishka Bibble, who used to be with Kay Kaiser. I think they had an act somewhere, but he got him, and he was on our show, and I knew him, and I said, great, because he was on. I was on with 60 Minutes with him, and he was just brilliant in that show. And he's just got, but live, an hour and a half live, with no rehearsal. Wow! But I loved it. Oh God, I loved that show. People wouldn't even talk to me. They were so bad. You'd come up with these ideas, and they would just bomb, you know. But I remember doing my puppet bit was one of my funniest. The puppet that doesn't talk. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I can remember thousands of things. Yes. Now, what we'd do is we would write a routine. Beginning. I'd write the beginning, a middle, and an end. And we'd bring the stars because we wouldn't allow the cue cards. That dies. And Mike was fast. And we'd do a thing like this. Betty White. Betty White came on the show. Fortunately, she was on the show when Steve Allen was there. That's why Stephen thought I was better than I was. Okay, now I said to Betty White, we have thousands of these. We did it. I say, okay, here's the premise. We're very madly in love. We're celebrating our first anniversary. We're coming in this restaurant and Mike's playing piano, and we ask him to play our favorite song. And we start reminiscing, and as we slowly start to reminisce, I start to mention something about what we wore, and you disagree with me. And as we say disagree, you get a little upset, and then I'll say something, and you get a little more upset, and turns into a violent. We had breakaway chairs, ripping off the sleeves, and after we beat each other up to death, we just turned around and we kiss and hug, and he plays the piano. He said, "What a nice couple," as we walk out. So you got a beginning and a middle and end, and then you just kind of play around the middle. And we'd do all these kinds of things, like it'd be the PTA down with violence, against violence. And we'd be at the PTA meeting, and we'd be talking, and all of a sudden we'd get angry, and we'd beat each other up and tear, and we're filing down with violence and, killing people. And then we'd wind up really sweet at the end. But you have a beginning, a middle, and end, and then you just wing it. So that's the kind of things we did. And it worked because you didn't have to script, because that's not funny when you're reading a script. Very few people can read off scripts anyway. But we just did these, and I'd come in on Monday and Tuesday and we'd do them. Most of them bombed. I mean, really was, oh boy, it was tough, But Mike was great to work with. Very great to work with.